Let's get down to business. To call Disney out on their did they just charge me $30 when I already pay $6.99 a month? You're the greediest industry I've ever met, but you make such great movies. Someday you'll make up out of me. And the day is today because I just spent $30 freaking dollars to watch the new live action Mulan remake, and I watched it, and girl, I'm here to tell you if it was worth it.
Nerd.
Mulan. See, Mulan was my birth year Disney movie, and by that I mean we both came out in 1998. I came out of my mom's womb, and Mulan came out as a cross-dresser. So I hold the original animated movie so close to my heart. And when I found out it was getting remade, oh god. And then when I found out that they were doing a whole new take on Mulan, making it more action-filled, oh god. All hope was lost. You guys already know that they took out all the songs. Like, I kept waiting for the characters to break out into a random music number, but spoiler alert, it never happens. They also got rid of Mushu, which, I mean, honestly, I didn't want to see them try and make a CGI rendition of him because I don't think they would have been able to tastefully capture his sassiness that way anyway. But I cannot hype this up enough that this is literally one of my most favorite Disney movies in the whole entire world ever. The original was perfect. And this didn't need to happen, but it did. So let's talk about it. Disney Plus released Mulan as a movie for purchase on their stream platform, which means that if you have a Disney Plus account, you could pay $30 to get premiere access and watch the movie. Because of COVID-19, Disney couldn't release Mulan in theaters, so this was them testing out a new theatrical release onto a streaming platform, thus charging $30 for the film on Disney Plus in lieu of it hitting the box office in theaters. But what movie theater ticket costs $30? I understand that Disney probably lost a lot of money not being able to put Mulan into the box offices, but they'll be fine. Just put out more Frozen merch. I do want to mention before I get into the content of this movie that there is a lot of controversy over the story for cultural reasons, and the lead actress has also stirred some controversy. There's a big boycott Mulan trend to try and stop the movie. So just make sure you all are educating yourselves on these relevant issues when you take in the movie. Now, onto the big question. How does the remake compare? The main plot is essentially the same. Mulan is this adventurous girl whose parents are disappointed in her and just want her to marry a good husband, and that's how she'll bring honor to them as a daughter. The remake doesn't have much humor in it at all, but it's action-filled from beginning to end. The cinematography is beautiful, and honestly, the fighting scenes are so cool. So if you're into action, you'd probably enjoy this movie, but honestly, that's the only thing it does better. Not even better, just different. We don't see any of Mulan's childhood in the original animated movie, but we spend quite some time on it in the remake. This new Mulan also has a sister, and you all know that in the original Mulan, all she has is little brother. So I guess he's gone. But that's new. The Honor to Us All scene was so fun to watch, but she didn't do the curl thing. Oh my, which like to me is a big deal breaker. I honestly can't even see them as the same princess now. But then again, it's a very different story. The Mulan in the remake has this thing called Chi, which is essentially some kind of hidden fighting strength that she is forced to diminish inside herself instead of embrace it because she's not a boy. So the whole beginning of the movie is her accidentally ruining everything because of her chi, instead of in the original one where she ruins everything because of her awkwardness. So it's like so much less relatable. But everyone is harder on this Mulan. Her parents and the town really don't like girls being out of place. The movie is also more historically accurate in that instead of the Huns invading China, it's the Rorans who can run up walls. Like, dude, this movie is wild. There's also a magical witch woman in the movie who uses dark magic and can shapeshift into a hawk. I guess paying a tribute to Shan Yu's hawk in the original movie. And she can also possess people, so pretty demon-like. And somehow with her, this movie is even more fantastical than the animated one, so you think they could have added a talking dragon. They had a phoenix in the background a lot, and I know there's a lot of symbolism tied to it, but I couldn't really get on board with that. The magical woman actually hates being called a witch and claims she is a warrior. She just wants a place to be accepted for who she is, so Essentially, she is Mulan gone wrong. Like, if Mulan had enough of the patriarchy and embraced her strength and went rogue to the dark side, this would be her. So that whole story arc is new. It's obviously more of a direct attack on sexism than the original one was. As you've seen in the trailer, Mulan fights as a woman for the majority of this movie, whereas Mulan in the original cross-dresses for most of her combat. Which I feel like should make me like this Mulan more, but she didn't have any of that fun or awkwardness that the original Mulan had. You don't love her, you just hate the oppression that she's under, so you want her to win. A lot of the movie has to do with her staying true to herself, which makes her feel not right with hiding her gender. So she chooses to expose herself literally in the middle of a battle, which is honestly so brave and everything, but this girl did not hug the Emperor, and that's just... Like, when Mulan hugs the Emperor at the end of the original movie, we all felt that, and we love her for that. But this girl could never. And honestly, that's my problem with it. That it's not the original. I feel like even if you wanted to watch an action movie, I couldn't even recommend this one to you because the entire time you're watching it, you're just going to be comparing it to the animated one and missing the songs and missing all of Mushu's commentary and missing the awkward, amazing Mulan that you grew up with and love, because she was not it. Completely different person. Like, the tea scene was there, but it wasn't as good. The mountain fight scene was there, but it wasn't as good. She bathes in the lake around men, but that scene's not as good. And Mushu wasn't there at all, so dishonor on you and dishonor on your cow. So, is it worth the $30 to watch it now? Or should you just wait until it's free? Baby, save your money! Like, seriously, get Disney Plus and just watch the animated one. Yes, there's not as many intense fight scenes, but it makes up for that with its original Disney magic. Plus, Mulan's going to be free to watch on Disney Plus in December, so you don't even have to wait that long. Yep, so just watch the original one, because that girl, that beautifully awkward girl, is the real legend. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All down below, I'd love to chat with you guys. Let me know what you thought of the remake, what parts you like, what you didn't like, if you understood a lot more than I did, because, you know, I kind of hated on it a lot. Anything you noticed? I remember I noticed that the Lucky Cricket was also the guy whose name was Cricket. Like, I thought that was a cool connection. Let me know if you found any more of those. Did you like this Mulan's love interest more? I didn't even talk about him because he is just literally so irrelevant in this movie. Like, he didn't do anything. And make sure you check out all the other videos that me and my friends have made here on Nerd Culture. Alright, and have a super sparkly day. Bye!